Another brand new update just dropped recently for Dungeon Heroes that adds a new dungeon called the Shifting Sands, and I'm going to be using all the best gear I have to take on the strongest boss at the end. But before we actually enter the dungeon, let's go over what I'm going to be using to complete the dungeon. First off, we have the entire epic set for all the new gear that comes from the Shifting Sands dungeon, and we're going to be using a uncommon chain lightning, a legendary solar ray, a legendary meteor storm, and a legendary consecutive lightning. All of these abilities are very overpowered. So here is the new dungeon. This is what it looks like, and we can use our consecutive lightning just right off the bat. It's a very long range ability that is very strong. As you can see, it almost brought every enemy there to a 0 HP mark. But another thing I like about this stage is that all of the enemies are actually close range. So that gives you time to use any ranged abilities that you have. You don't have to worry about any flying genies that are shooting tornadoes at you like the previous dungeon. And honestly, I think the insane version of this dungeon is easier than the insane version of the last dungeon. But these guys still do a lot of damage. And we're actually going to be getting the first boss right after this rock wall right here. Oh, the bone wall right there. I don't know what material that is, but let's actually try to complete this as fast as possible. I want to see how fast I can complete it with this long range build. So as you can see, you get 5 charges of the consecutive lightning, and each do like, well, it's going to be different damage for every level and every rarity, but it does at least 20,000 damage. At least 20,000. So first, we have this boss called the Abu Hole. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but he has this very long range attack that one-taps you actually. Unless you're running like full resistance or anything like that, but I don't have that, so I just need to dodge it right quick. So my lightning ability does 20,000 on a crit. The fact that you can even critical hit abilities is very good. Makes killing this boss very easy, and as you can see, 43,000 damage, solar flare. It's gonna be doing this attack again. I'll attack him a little bit more. My dragon respawn. I'm gonna use chain lightning into the consecutive, and he's dead. This ability is very overpowered, and everybody should definitely be using it if you are using a magic build. And honestly, magic build still dominates the current meta of the game. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you could just spam long range attacks and do like millions of damage for free. Chain lightning all of them, back up a little bit, and use my consecutive lightning, and all of them are dead just like that. So now we are just outside the room for the final boss, which will be, well, you're gonna see it when the doors open, but it's a very familiar face if you are familiar with the Egyptian backgrounds and Egyptian history. A very cool boss in my opinion, also a very difficult boss. But here we are. We are looking to fight this Anubis, and Anubis here actually has a lot of very strong abilities, including this tornado he's about to do. It bounces off any wall, and it does damage over time if you're in it. He also has this purple little ray that he has, which does do a ton of damage, and he has that grabbing attack, which actually regens his HP and kills you very quickly if you don't have the right armor. Like I said earlier, I don't have the right armor, so I'm unfortunately going to die to that, but my pet is not going to be able to do much here either. But my consecutive lightning and the chain lightning should be able to do enough damage over time to make this boss very easy. Now we're just gonna shoot him regularly. I don't think I'm in range. Dodge this grab attack. 30,000 more HP to go. This should do it. One more hit, and he's dead. Let's see what loot we get here. Ooh, we got a legendary. Nice. Oh, it's not level 105 though. No way, man. But anyways, it's still really good. Better than my last melee weapon I was using. But I think for the duration of this video, we're gonna stay with the magic though. Honestly, I was so distracted by the legendary, I forgot to see how fast we completed the dungeon. But we're gonna do it one more time anyways. Gonna try to see if we can get any legendary pieces of armor as well to run with our weapon. I'm not going to run the legendary glaive right now because it's going to take some time to build, and this is just a video to show off the new update. Oh, I'm too close. See, like situations like that, if you're too close to use the lightning, it's just not going to do anything. But it does do a lot of damage if you are in the right range to use it. But basically, You want to use it when you're fairly far away from the enemies, and then you should be fine and should be able to hit all of the attacks. And the Meteor Storm just completely destroying that group right there. This ability is also really OP because you can use it while moving, but unfortunately with the Chain Lightning and the Solar Flare, you cannot use it while moving. So Consecutive Lightning has to be like at least maybe the best or one of the best new skills that they added in this new update. Now we're back at this guy again. Gonna use all my ranged abilities first. And that was basically 100,000 damage right there. I'm gonna call down some meters on this guy. Now we need to back up because his next attack is the Solar Flare. Now we're gonna use our Solar Flare. Strike down on him. Dodge that attack. Get hit with this unavoidable attack. I'm not sure what this effect even does, to be honest, but it's not avoidable. But he's dead anyways, so just gonna move on. I mean, they might just nerf these abilities, so just use them while they're still broken, because you can easily clear dungeons with this. To be honest though, I think this is my favorite part of the dungeon. Just got all these enemies stacked in one place. I can just gather them all around, and sometimes this actually lags my game, but I just like to gather them all around and then use my Consecutive Lightning. Yeah, and I got a little bit of frame drops right there. Yo, what is these guys are flying? What was that? Anyways, now we're back at the door again, right before Anubis. Let's try and see if we can take no damage from Anubis now. Well, not no damage, but let's see if we can avoid dying to Anubis on this try. First attack he's gonna do is the grab. He grabbed my dragon, not me, so it's fine. Free opportunity to use my Solar Flare. He's gonna do his little beam thing. I'm behind him, so it's not gonna hit me. Chain Lightning. Oh, no way. Unfortunately, I used the standstill ability at the wrong time. I did not expect him to do it that fast, but anyways though. Let's continue to kill this guy. I mean, the critical damage hits on this Consecutive Lightning ability might be just very overpowered. It might be the best ability in the game. In terms of like it being actually safe to use and stuff, because I know the Sandworm can do like 100,000 damage, but you'll probably die before it even comes out, so I wouldn't consider it that good. Anubis is dead, so let's see if he drops us some legendary loot this time. Maybe a legendary piece of armor. No legendary, unfortunately. So it's actually a 1% chance to get the bosses from that stage, and I only have 2 of these, so see what we get. Nobody good, unfortunately. But we do have 595 keys, so let's go ahead and open a chest. Just gonna equip this right quick. 23,000 damage. Oh yeah, that's a huge upgrade. Massive. But I'm gonna end this video here. This is all the update has to offer. Cool bosses, cool enemies, cool stages, and cool new abilities. These abilities definitely are very strong, and you should definitely use them if you're planning to do some hard dungeons. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.